Ain't no mountain high enough.
Ain't no river low enough.
Ain't no... Wait, what? River? Low enough?
Keep it. Ain't no mountain high
enough.
Nope, different song.
No, that's it. Ain't no mountain
valley
high enough.
low enough.
Yeah, valley. Ain't no river wide
enough.
Wait, that is a different song. No, it's not. What's this? Ain't no mountain high. It's like the Mia from White Lotus version. That one. Okay.
That's somebody.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sisters who've seen it. We are the sisters who've seen it. Sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, 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 sisters. Sisters who've seen it.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. My British accent is very like Mary Poppins. And they're not.
Like Manchester.
She talked a little bit like Bridget Jones. I just have a monotone accent.
You literally look like her doing that, and it's not because your name is Bridget.
I had to put the captions on because I was like, this reminds me of my like old art history teachers that would just like talk in a monotone voice in the Baroque age and with the architecture.
Not that.
Like, what?
Huh?
Professor Stevens?
Are you a ventriloquist? Okay.
Are we?
Oh, we are the Sisters Who've Seen It, the podcast where two sisters who are not movie critics look back on some of our favorites throughout the years through a psychological, ethical, and familial lens. I'm Katie.
I'm Bridget.
How do I do British and?
Come the fuck on, Bridget.
Come the fuck on, Bridget. Bridget, what's our movie this week?
It is the 2001 Bridget Jones's Diary.
Bollocks! Sorry.
And I'm gonna say right now, best underrated soundtrack of any 2001 movie.
Hey!
Heard it here first.
Hey!
I'm gonna list them. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's a Raining Men.
Oh, that was my favorite scene.
All by Myself.
Oh.
Someone Like You. I'm Every Woman. As we also sang, Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
I know. We'll see if I keep that in. Well, it's always a surprise at the ending.
That's true. And Kate, I think it's my turn to do the synopsis.
Yeah, thank God. Also, take a sip every time you say Bridget, which is your name.
I mean, it is the main character in the title of the movie, so what are we going to do?
And it's you. Yep.
And it's spelled the way I spell it. And anytime I meet another Bridget, that's the thing you do. You're like, how do you spell it, Bridget? And
how else do they spell it? How else could you spell it?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Brigot?
Whoa. Let me take you back.
Okay.
So I always say my name is spelled Bridge with a T, because that's how it's spelled. Okay? Some people do two T's. Some people do two T's and an E. Some people Some people do Bridgid. Some people do Bridgitte.
Actually, I did know a Bridget, now that you say that.
Keeps going, Kate.
All right, well.
And then, who I was named after, which was Dad's aunt, was his Aunt Bridie. So then there's, like, nicknames to it.
You know, I think that is a cute, like...
It's pretty cute.
No, like, when you're an old lady,
I was thinking that. I was thinking, like...
You're like, what's my old lady name gonna be?
I was thinking that. Like, Bridie. And I'll always, like, come in, like, shining with, like, bright things on.
Yeah.
Like,
they're
big diamond necklaces. I'll be like, I'm Bridie.
There's Bridie. Walk down the streets of Mardi Gras with the Aunt Decay.
And this will be post when we have, like, famous movies, and you could be Darky, you know? And we'll always be next to each other.
I'm the emo one. Honestly, it's very on brand. So, okay, please get to this synopsis because we can't have more nicknames.
Oh God,
for me.
You know we did though have this thing that we were going to go to Mardi Gras as old ladies and
no, we are doing that. What do you mean?
I think that's when we can introduce our nicknames too. So just think of that.
I'll dress as Wednesday Addams. Yep.
Wow. Okay. Renée Zellweger star.
Good start.
Oh my God, I can't. Okay. Okay. Renée Zellweger stars as a 30-something Brit who decides to take control of her life and documents her hilarious modern travels from career to romance in her diary. Also stars Hugh Grant and Colin Firth. I love this title. It's Here's Our Actress, and it also does Hugh Grant and Colin Firth.
Hell yeah! They're like, fuck those guys. They're kind of weird.
Okay, so I went into watching this movie thinking I was gonna hate it. I was thinking Katie has changed my brain on rom-coms. And I'm gonna hate this, and oh me, oh my, did I love it.
I enjoyed it.
I had a good time.
I particularly enjoyed when Hugh Grant got his ass kicked hard. So that made me happy, because at one point I literally wrote, I really want these guys to get in a fist fight. And the movie was like, we got you, girl! We're there!
Yo, so this movie, I don't think it's like particularly long.
No.
It's an hour and a half, but it felt like we watched like 6 seasons of this movie.
Yes. Like Sex in the City in Britain, but only one woman.
Yes. Now, what's kind of sad is in 2001, they were like, she's a loser and ugly and fat because she weighs 135 pounds.
I can't. I hate it. I know.
Everyone take a moment.
and the granny panties part, I was like, we all own those.
I was like, I'm pretty sure Kim Kardashian sells those now.
Yeah. Movie. Okay.
So she's kind of supposed to be this like loser spinster. And I was like, no, she's like stunning.
Yeah.
She's like stunningly beautiful. But she is a spaz, and that's true.
Yeah.
And funny. And she's 32.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts off, it kind of does like the beginning of the year, and it goes the rest of the year. And in this whole year, she goes from kind of drinking her face off, single, and then tries to start dating. Hugh Grant is her boss.
Hate it.
And they have a fling.
Hate
and
it.
He's the worst.
He sucks.
And I was thinking to myself, Love Actually trying to make him like the good guy who's the prime minister. No, this movie did it so much better.
He's the evil guy.
He's the evil guy, and he's so good at it.
Daniel Cleaver.
Called him Hugh in my notes. So
Huey.
Keep that in your brain.
So then they have kind of a falling out, and all the while she's also kind of like through her friends and her family circles has met Colin Firth, who she's gotten the wrong idea about him and thinks he's like a jerk, but he's not actually a jerk. And they kind of slowly fall in love, and at the end of the movie they have their like cute, you know, we want to be together thing.
Yeah.
And I really thought it would be like Cheeseball Central, but it wasn't. And it wasn't because there was other storylines. Her mom and dad basically have like a breakup, and she goes and has a whole other story.
We gotta talk about that later.
Her friends are interesting and dynamic, and the one friend who like was a famous pop singer 9 years ago. That's a great line.
So hard.
And then she also has like her work, like it also shows how she like wants to do well in her career, and so I think it aged well.
Yeah.
I was like kind of surprised, and I don't know, she's a little bumbly, she's a little spastic.
Not like Bella Swan Bumble though.
No, she's definitely like smiley.
Yeah.
But she just kind of always ends up saying awkward things and just being like silly and awkward, but it didn't feel forced. She's a good actress, so
yeah.
What am I missing?
I think you got it. Girl, ain't no mountain high enough. You know, and the things that I didn't like about the movie passed by pretty quickly.
Well, I thought it was gonna be all fat phobic.
Me too. And then I was like, honestly, they referenced it, I think a total of 3 or 4 times, and it was like quick, and sometimes it was just like written down. You didn't really like, it's not like we were having conversations about it. And I was like, okay.
Well, and I feel like the 2023 version would be like, I feel bloated and fat, and not like write the number down.
Right.
I think what was so lame is they wrote the number down.
Yeah.
And so it like showed her, which by the way, like gaining and losing like a total of like 4 pounds the whole year. I was like, you seem pretty healthy.
Yeah. I'm like, that's pretty awesome. Good for you.
Seems like a pretty healthy way to live, that you're just having a stable weight. But yeah, so it wasn't as bad. I was really prepared to like rip this to shreds.
Yeah. So this had a lot of movie studios, but the first one listed, Bridge.
Boo!
It's a boo. It was Miramax, and I was like, God Fucking damn it, Harvey Weinstein. And we're going to put a pin in that because the very last line of my notes is fuck you, Harvey Weinstein. And we'll talk about it. Okay. So just all remember that. But we start off with Bridget, and she's going to her parents, and it's a party. It's a New Year's party, something? The day after New Year's Day?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
Who has a party New Year's Day, you sickos? Come on. And like, she gets there and she's like, my mom always tries to set me up with men. And you know, Bridge.
Feels close to home,
You know,
Kate.
Bridge. Well, actually,
home.
ironically, I was kind of like, I don't think mom has ever like done that to me.
She's never that.
Which I'm surprised.
Forward.
And maybe she should get on it a little more because I could meet Colin Firth or some shit in a dumbass sweater. I'm just saying. But
if I want you to not say that out loud, because if I told Mom, Katie is ready for you to bring her
she
a potential suitor.
But who would she get for me?
Are you our mother's Leo energy? She would have 8 suitors set up. She would have 15 apps. She would have 16 sweaters. I mean, it would be out of control.
God.
She would do pre-interviews and she would already like cancel them out.
And then Dad would be sitting in the background like, who the fuck is that?
She'd be like, what do you do if Katie calls you at 10 at night and she has a hole in her pipe and you need to go fix it? What do you do? Because I technically get that call.
She's like,
and
I've already
answer.
dealt with that. So what are you going to deal
She's
with
like,
it?
do you buy the
me?
gasket or not? Okay? Because it's in the toilet and it's in the back of the plumbing. You failed. Moving on.
Yeah, so...
Okay, let's call something out. This movie was directed by a woman.
Thank God.
Written by 2 men and 1 woman.
Was this based off of a book? Or is it original story?
Yes, based off of a 1996 novel with the same name.
Wow.
Which is a reinterpretation of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice.
Fucking Colin Firth, you bitch. You were in that too. Wait, was he in
Goddamn
that one? Or was he
manifested
in
that.
another British one? Wow.
I don't know.
His last name was Darcy.
There we go, Kate.
Oh my
the
God.
nod.
Connections.
Connections.
Oh boy. All
right, so let's get into it.
All right.
The party is awful.
Oh.
Her mom is
A lot.
I mean, okay, but let's talk about the one thing though is like you should put on closed captions, or am I like am I an old lady and I can't hear things anymore?
I mean I heard things, but
Damn it.
I
but
don't know.
Wasn't she kind of mumbly? She was like
Maybe you just needed to turn the sound up.
God damn it.
You do have a small TV, Bridge.
That's true. It's really tiny.
It's like
I know.
and it's even smaller when it's a horror movie and you're watching on your phone. So.
Oh God.
That's the smallest.
Wow.
There were some, I gotta say it, y'all.
Ugh.
We had some Harry Potter actor crossovers, and the first one, her dad was Professor Slughorn from Harry Potter. And he's not as weird in this movie, and he's pretty normal, but yeah, the mom is fucking a lot. And she is like,
a lot.
She's like, Bridget, put on this. What? I don't even know what it is. Is it a dress?
It was like a suit. It was a
Is
matching
it?
flower suit, and she called herself a tablecloth.
She looked like a tablecloth. So
It was bad. It was like a bad tie that wrapped herself around her.
Well, and I found it really funny because then she gets introduced to Colin Firth and he's kind of standoffish and he has a weird sweater and she's like, ew, what an ugly sweater. And I was like, Bridget, what are you wearing? Come on.
When
Don't
you
be
point
judgy McJugster.
one finger at somebody, there's 3 pointing back at you.
Oh. 3? You're right.
The thumb goes up.
I had to do it.
1,
I
2,
had to
3.
check. I
Do a
believed
finger
it.
gun.
Wow.
You know, and I don't like her Uncle Jeffrey.
Why
do we accept
that
sexual
was
harassment from
definitely
her uncle?
That was a Bob moment, but for this movie, it was a Harvey Weinstein moment. And we all know he probably was like, I could play that if you want. And they were like, no.
Ew.
Shush. Off you go. Don't look in the eye.
The thing that I didn't like about it is the camera like zoomed in on her butt as like he grabbed it.
So there were a lot of butt zoom in shots in this movie.
She had a lot of body zooming.
A lot. And part of me was like, it always kind of has a purpose. Like it wasn't like random upskirt shots or dumb shit like that. Like it was always related to something happening. But I also was like, but
it was a lot.
Do we need all the butt stuff? I don't know. Yeah, so she basically is like, wow, Colin Firth is so fucking rude and how dare you. And little does she know he will be in Mamma Mia. So here we go again. Am I right? But she doesn't know that yet, and he's a jerk, so she's like, fuck him. And then she's like, wah, I'm sad, and now I'm gonna do my diary.
You sound like you were saying diarrhea. I was like, what's happening?
Not that. That's even worse. Yeah, and she gets drunk and whatever. And then she goes to work, and we meet Hugh Grant. And I was a little confused because she starts off, she's like, yeah, my New Year's resolutions, good. But then she's like, anyway, on to the dating resolutions. I was like, okay, let me hear them, girl. And they were pretty legit. I don't want to date any alcoholics, workaholics, you know, like crazy, whatever people, like sexist, horny dudes, like commitment phobes, whatever.
Yeah.
And so she lists all these out, and then she goes, but then there was him, or like...
Yeah, she said narcissist too, and I think he's definitely a narcissist.
Yeah, but she essentially is like referring to him, and then we cut to them, and I was like, okay, who is your boss? And he doesn't like talk much at first, so I was like, why are you calling him all those terrible things right now? I'm confused. But then I understood. But I didn't know why she knew all those things at first, because it seems like they didn't really have a relationship in the beginning, so I didn't know what was happening.
I took it as like, did they have a past thing because of that drunken karaoke night?
Well, I thought she was like, I did not impress him, and it was like, LOL, she's quirky, and he's like serious. I thought he was gonna be another Colin Firth, but he wasn't, so I don't really know, unless maybe it was like a retrospect thing, like...
Wow. I was confused. I thought they had something before, and then when he just like emailed her his like very inappropriate documented sexual harassment.
Thank you. HR can read those, sir.
Okay, it's on a server.
Sir.
Nothing. No, I mean, I was like, oh, she just like went with it. I don't know. It was too quick, I think. That's why I thought they had a past relationship.
I literally go, why is she getting suggestive emails? And who wrote them? And then I thought it was like gonna be like, I thought it was gonna be like the old switcheroo where it was like, I thought it was my boss, but it was actually someone else, but I emailed my boss something slutty. But then it wasn't. It was really him being gross. And I was like, wait, that's not funny. Movie. Come on.
But I think it's because it was so inappropriate. I was like, this would never happen today.
I wrote, we need HR stat.
And you're right.
Somebody call him.
We're going to blame Miramax for that one.
What was the lady's name that was like sat next to her? She was like, and she thinks because she's worked here a little longer than me, she could boss me around. She had like a really weird name. It started with a P. Didn't write it down. Gotta look it up.
I
want to say like Petruvius or something absurd. Like, I'm not kidding. I think it was something like that.
Wait, hold on. I'll find it. Keep talking.
If anything, she...
Perpetua.
What the fuck? Like perpetually annoyed? Because I get it.
Like perpetually, but without the Lee. Perpetua.
Is that a name?
It is for her.
Well, I wanted Bridget to be like, Perpetua, help me. Because I'm being human trafficked.
Sexually harassed.
This is not good.
Well, and she clearly wasn't great at her job because she like would talk to her work friends and say inappropriate things like loud at an office.
Oh yeah,
around people.
And that was though her one friend was moaning Myrtle from Harry Potter.
Whoa, she's got a typecast because I only thought of Harry Potter.
Isn't that crazy?
I was like, this is it. This is to find her.
And she looked like an adult. And this was this the same year as Harry Potter? No, I think Chamber of Secrets.
Wait, so how did she become a child?
She had pigtails. That's all you need, Bridge. Don't you know?
Oh my god, how old was she? I thought she was like a child then.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, her friends were interesting. I loved the guy because I just thought that was a really funny backstory. That was like, we're just gonna laugh at him and whatever. The other one was like, whatever. I do feel like they were going a little Sex in the City. They're like, there's 4 of them and they're all different personalities. Whoa, the one who curses is definitely Miranda. Watch out. No, it's like, okay, we get it.
That quote touched me hard. It was like, that's blah, blah, blah. She loves to say the word fuck. And then she's like, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck. I was like, oh no, is that me?
Is it me?
It's me. They had like the right amount of time for the friends, right?
Yeah.
She would go out to dinner or drinks like here and there. But you know how sometimes in these movies, it's like the friend, like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, like the friend is always around and ready to support you and doesn't have a life. And you're like, no, that's not how that works. So they were pretty realistic with that. And then, you know, they wanted to make her feel good on her birthday. And they were also like in the loop, but kind of like, I don't know, not like over the top. So
yeah,
I thought they did it well, but I gotta say, Kate, maybe I have hearing issues because I could barely keep up with what the fuck they were saying. I couldn't.
It wasn't, honestly, there wasn't
very
much
mumbly.
important conversations happening.
Yeah.
They were trying to give her advice on like, oh, your boss was like being gross to you? Awesome. Here's what you should do. Like, get ready to have sex with him. And you're like,
Hated
what?
it.
We're going to a work event,
Hated
ma'am.
it.
God. But then that's exactly what happens. And he also grabs her butt in an elevator.
I hated that.
Ah.
Harvey definitely approved that bullshit.
All right, then we're at I think this is also why I thought of Sex in the City, because her working at a publishing company reminded me of season 5. Carrie Bradshaw when she dates Berger. Okay, she has her own book release party. Okay, I thought of that.
Oh,
This is a book on motorbikes, and I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what it is, but what
really
is it?
Embarrassed for her.
Well, and then she goes, this is the greatest novel of all time. And then she looks at some guy, she goes, well, actually, your novel's the greatest. And she just keeps finding people to be like, you know what, you two guys. And I was like, well, that's legit.
And I think really funny stuff too, like, she didn't turn the mic on. So she was like, hello. Oh, oi, ladies and gentlemen. And then eventually she was like, hello! And then she's like, sorry, the mic doesn't work. And then when the new guy comes up, he like turns the mic on. And he looks at her and he's like, okay. I'm like, that subtleness throughout the movie made it really, really funny.
Or the part where she was looking at the guy that she introduced and she kept being like, tits pervert, tits pervert. She was like, what's his name? What's his name? And I was like, oh my God. And then she says the right name.
Yo, I gotta say, in the world of like remote work and like IMing and like screen sharing, I am so nervous to give like anyone a nickname, to write anything down.
Yeah.
Because I would be so afraid. I would like say it or show it. I don't even know.
Well, that's why you keep it in your brain and hope you don't say it at a book party. Am I right?
I'm a big fan of no nicknames.
Okay.
Don't say anything about any coworkers. It is not a good news because you're going to say it out loud when you're drunk at the publishing party.
Yep. And this is where Hugh Grant continues to suck. And we see he and Colin are like, oh yeah, we know each other. And this is the exact moment, Bridge, I wrote, I really hope Hugh and Colin get in an aggressive fist fight in this movie. The movie was like coming at you.
So you never saw this movie?
No. No, it's the first time.
Wow!
Yeah.
I felt like now knowing the real story, why was Colin like so nice to him?
I don't know. I would have punched him.
Because I feel like Bridget was like, you're always so weird around Daniel. And like, what's your problem? And in my mind, I'm like, he wasn't weird enough. If somebody literally had sex, who was my best friend, with my wife.
Ew.
Are you? I'm murdering them any chance I see them. I'm not cordially saying with a smirk, oh, hello, Daniel. No, I'm literally taking glasses and smashing them on your head.
And didn't they say this was
that a problem?
This was on like Christmas? But not like the Christmas that just passed, right? Because that was like a couple weeks ago.
And I gotta say, is this a theme? Because Love Actually, Colin Firth also gets cheated on. Is this not good, Kate? What's going on?
And in technically in Mamma Mia, Bridge, even though he wasn't dating Donna, she does bone 2 other dudes, and then we have 3 potential dads. And
sounds like a Donna to me, you know?
That's a great movie. All right. Yeah, so it's terrible. And then she ends up going and get dinner with Hugh, and it's lame. And then they like go back to his place and they like have sex. At one point he calls her a dirty bitch. That's our first clue, that first of many, I would argue, in the PowerPoint presentation.
I'm gonna stick up for Hugh a little bit. He does have some charm. He's funny. Like, he comes off as like the fun one. He's carefree. He's not serious. He's fun.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, perfect booty call. Never go farther than that. Perfect
but
booty call.
But she, like, day 2 was like, we're dating. And he was like, whoa.
Yeah, and she was like, I'm in love with you. I'm like, no,
that's
Bridget.
No, Bridget,
that was aggressive.
No. Watch Love Actually, which comes out 3 years later. You'll learn. Yeah, not good. And I was confused because the movie was like, yeah, they're kind of dating maybe. And I was like, but are they dating? What? But then we don't really get into that immediately because we deal with her mom. I had no idea what was going on with this part.
Yo.
She goes to a department store and her mom is like doing a sexual thing with an egg. And that's her job. And I was like, is the dilemma she got fired? Or is it, why is this happening? I did not realize that they were like divorced or separated or whatever.
I think the sexual egg thing was like not this supposed to be.
It
what
wasn't
it was
actually sexual, but it was like a shake weight. Like
it was
it had
a shake
that energy,
weight, and it had like juices come out. Kate,
through the end, Bridge didn't like it.
It was terrible. I took it as something's going on with mom, and she like is having a moment, and so she got a job. That's what I thought. I thought, oh, she's so crazy. She got a job. But then, very quickly, she's like, I left your father. I actually think kids suck, and I never really liked them. And I'm dating this new guy, and I'm also going to be on TV. I was like, what an arc for Bridget's mom.
A lot happened. This could have been Bridget's mom's Jones's diary. Jesus.
Honestly, that diary would be juicy. Am I right?
I don't want to hear about the orange sex, personally.
I don't understand. He was orange and purple. And okay, what did you think about the dad taking her back?
I didn't
How'd
think
you feel about that?
Didn't think he was gonna. And I was kind of like, you know what, movie? That's a good move. But then
I thought it would have been a good move.
Yeah. Because he started off by being like, I'm not sure. Like, I might need some time. And I was like, that's not like that's a human response. And then he's like, JK, JK, LOL, come here, bitch. And I was like, okay.
That's that rom-com in ya. Because I kind of thought, let's say the roles are reversed and the man leaves to cheat on the wife at home. Blech. Is the wife taking him back? Like, most likely no. But, like, this was a very different take.
Yeah, that's true. It's usually the other way around. Kind of like when Hugh is boning another lady, Bridge.
Natasha!
Wait, before that, though, they go on, like, she calls it, like, a weekend thing. It seems like they're only there one night, and I didn't understand anything at all.
Okay.
A wedding, but no one went. Colin Firth's there on a boat. Miss Honey?
Okay. Let's take it back.
Oh, I'm lost.
So, Kate, you're dating someone that mom set you up with after her series of interviews, okay? You had a reindeer sweater. You guys are doing your thing. It's going well. You decide to do, like, a weekend getaway. So you go to Atlantic City.
The best.
Okay?
Not in our reindeer sweaters, though, but yes.
Yeah. And so I took it as it was this, like, get out in the countryside, go just have some fun, you and whatever. And there just so happened to be a wedding there.
Okay.
And that's why Colin Firth was there for the wedding. So they just so happened to see each other. However, Hugh leaves her because the last day, she's like, this is perfect because where we're out in the countryside, there's some, like, kind of silly family party I have to go to. And it would be great to bring a boyfriend. And even her dad says, a real one.
I heard it.
I feel like our dad would say that to us.
Or he'd be like, is it a boy? You know, Dad.
He'd be like, is it actually a real person? God damn it, Dad.
Yeah.
So that's how I took it as this, like,
okay.
They went on a boat and they just, like, kind of, and that scene, I thought this was so funny. Looks like Grace Kelly wrapping kind of the shawl on her head. She's got the glasses. She's in the convertible. She's looking gorgeous. She's feeling herself. And then it just flies away and her hair is out of control. And Katie, we can all goddamn relate.
I was like, anyone who's ridden a convertible knows the struggle is real. So don't tell me you don't know.
So wait, when did you ride a convertible?
One of my ex-boyfriends had one. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and we went to Six Flags once with the top down. And
oh my God, that was like a prep for the Batman ride.
Yeah, kind of. And I don't know what my hair looked like. I probably had to put it in a ponytail or something. Stupid.
It's like not fun though, convertibles. They're fun in like slow rolling drives, not in these like long distance things.
Nope.
Oh my God. So that was so funny. And also, you got to see like Hugh Grant be more playful and silly. And like they were having a good time.
They were. And then he ruined everything. Bridge?
Kate, what did they do sexually?
Was it like butt stuff?
What was happening?
Because I was trying to like connect the dots and I wasn't sure. And the movie focused on butts a little bit. So was that it?
She's like, what we did last night was illegal in 13 countries. And I was like, what's happening?
What'd you do?
I don't know. Why do we need to know that?
We don't. Just to show he's gross and that
I don't know what's happening. I just know I felt uncomfortable, and I'm gonna also blame it on Miramax.
Yeah, and then this next scene is a Miramax choice where the family party that she's going to, which she's now going alone to, but Hugh drops her off at, which I didn't understand because I thought he was in a hurry, but fucking fine. She dresses as a Playboy bunny. This is years before Mean Girls, by the way, listeners, and Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde. No, Legally Blonde is 2001. Who came out first? Oh my god, who came out first?
Oh my god, what was the name of the stupid Playboy reality show? That must have been popular around this time with the three girls.
Oh my god, the bunnies!
Yeah, the three, like...
Bridget Jones, April, released. Legally Blonde, July. Legally Blonde stole it from Bridget Jones.
Wow.
We all know movies take longer to make than that. I think it was called,
I want to say The Real Housewives of Hugh Hefner.
Playboy bunnies, Hugh Hefner.
Playmates? No.
The Girls Next Door!
Girls Next Door! Oh, wow.
Which is silly, because weren't they just in the house?
Yeah, nobody lived next door. They all lived on top of each other and, did illegal things in 13 countries, I think. Anyway, so she dresses as that, and then she goes to a family party, which, I'm sorry, if my mom and dad were like, hey, we have a gross theme, come on down, I'd be like, I'm good. Don't invite me.
First of all, I didn't know what they were saying in British.
They said it was a prostitute and priest party.
Good God.
Which is also terrible on so many levels, and I hate everything.
But what was funny about that is that, like, some people that were, like, her older relatives were also dressed.
Yes, I appreciated that it wasn't just
that
her.
Was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's gross. But this is where she's like, I'm gonna go to Hugh now. And then he lets her all the way into his home to then stand there and say, you should go. I'll see you later. Okay, why'd you let her in? But fine. Because of plot, Bridge! Because then she sees motherfucking lady coat. And then she runs up to the bathroom and there's legit a naked lady just sitting there chilling. And the lady's like, what's up?
She had like a spreadsheet.
What?
Covering her body.
And somehow it worked. I don't know about it.
I don't know what was happening. And then it was really sad because here's what I didn't understand. Okay. This woman's name is Natasha. She's from New York.
Sex in the City?
Oh, wait.
Natasha, who dated Big. She was his second wife, and he was dating Carrie, and then he broke up with Carrie, and then he got engaged to Natasha in like a month! Sorry, everyone.
Amazing.
Sorry. So sorry.
So, she's just chilling, and Bridget comes in, and she's just like, unfazed.
No reaction.
She's like, yeah, whatever. So, you're telling me, because then they connect the dots, and he's like, I've kind of been cheating on you the whole time. And Bridget's like, oh, I'm such an idiot. Does Natasha not care that Hugh was cheating on her?
And did they really get engaged, or did he just say that to like snip Bridget?
I don't know, because then he's single.
Well, when did he bone the wife of Colin, by the way? Because that might have been triple cheating, I think.
He has had so much sex.
He needs some tests, okay? That's what I'll say about that.
He needs a diary of, like a record.
STDs.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah, I hate it. But she then does the right thing and she fucking quits. So,
oh my God,
for you,
was
honey.
Really cool.
I loved it. That was great.
Well, and good God, thank God.
I don't think I've ever had a moment, like an awesome quitting moment. You know how some people have those?
Ooh.
Did you ever have one of those?
Yeah, but it's not like the movies. It's not like you're like...
Not like drama?
I was really obnoxious at one place. So when you quit, what's nice is you like send an email. Like a formal email like, hi, I'm quitting. This is my last date. And then they usually like forward that to HR. But then I proceeded to go on and say about all the incredible things I had done.
Oh.
The company, because I didn't feel
you'll
appreciated, and I knew nobody would read it, but I just felt like it was very cathartic for me.
Yeah,
and I was like, so that was my only really obnoxious thing I did, but everything else was just a very normal quitting. But I think everyone should get a chance to quit, and it doesn't have to be a big Bridget Jones moment. Gotta quit something. Kate, you did that. You quit.
I've quit billions of jobs. But then I always went to another one, so it wasn't like scornful.
Wait, so you're telling me you didn't quit and say, I'm going to be on TV?
No, I did not. Not yet.
Because that's a cool way to quit.
That would be cool. And then everyone was like, dude, because she said something about like, if I have to keep working with you, I'd rather shave someone's balls or something. I don't know, but it was enough for everyone to go, damn. And then before all this, she got a TV job because she said she was sleeping with the boss, and then the boss was like, you're hired. And I was like, Harvey! Gross!
I didn't love that either. You know, Kate, there was a lot of Harvey moments.
But then, like, the boss wasn't, like, sexually harassing her also. So I was kind of like, I'm confused. Like,
I know.
What do you mean?
But that's what I'm, like, think about all of the plot we have done up until this point. This was like, you're right, this was like 6 seasons of Sex and the City in one movie.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
I'm tired.
But I didn't feel it when I was watching it because I was having a good old time.
No, it was good. And then, like, the new job is fun because she's now a on-air anchor. I'm sorry.
Wow, what an arc.
Yeah, you just do that? Okay, cool. I don't know. I'll go on Craigslist to get one of those myself, I suppose.
Maybe.
But this, she kind of is, like, fumbly and it's, like, a little awkward. But then she gets one interview where Colin Firth comes in with the assist because he's a lawyer. And he's like,
cute.
Yo, bitch, you want to do your interview? He's like, I got you, girl. Let's do it. And it's, like, legit. And then she, like, blows up in a good way.
And then what's kind of cute, and I forget when he says this, but he goes on and on about how, like, Bridget, because she's like, why are you such a jerk to me? And why are you such a jerk to Daniel? And what's your problem? And then he's like, no, I actually, like, really like you. Like, I think you're, like, a great person. I like you just the way you are.
'Cause you're amazing. I'm sorry to ruin that moment, Bruno Mars. Yes.
I feel like I still say this line to my husband. I'm like, you know that Colin Firth loves Bridget just the way she is? What? So I'm not going to do the dishes tonight. And he's like, that doesn't count. And I'm like, I'm not going to vacuum if you love me just the way I am.
Wow. I don't know if that's what he meant, but okay, yeah, sure. Spin it however you need to, I suppose. It was sweet because I do feel like at that point in the movie, it was like, you know what? We've kind of given up on the fucking diary. All right. Like, just forget it, okay? Just fucking forget it. She is who she is. What are you gonna do?
Isn't that such a real diary?
Yeah.
You just never write in it. You're like, the beginning, it's like the same thing. In the beginning of the year, you're like, don't open this or else, like, the world will end for you. And, like, just be polite. This is confidential. And then the first, like, 10 pages are perfect. It's like, you're consistent. Your handwriting's incredible. Like, you have really thoughtful things to say. And then, like, as time goes on, you just, like, less and less pages are filled out and it's just, like, scribbled in doodles. Is that just me, or is that everyone's diary?
I never had a diary because I didn't like to handwrite as much.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. That shows our difference in age.
I was like, I'll just keep my thoughts inside and be sad, and I won't let them out anyway.
Not
anymore. Yay. But yeah, it's Soup's cute, and then there's a part where it's like her birthday, and so he shows up at her place because he's like, oh my gosh, look, you're like in the paper, hooray. Ooh, birthday dinner, yeah, let's do it. And she's cooking dinner for her friends, and she makes blue soup, Bridge.
You know what? Sometimes we screw up.
Okay, but we don't need to eat the screw-ups, all right? That's how you get lead poisoning, I think.
I literally didn't understand why her friends were like, we're ordering a pizza. They were very honest friends.
She's got a restaurant right next door. I saw it with my own eyeballs.
Literally next door,
it's
across the street, and it was packed.
It looked really yummy, so I don't know what we're trying to do here.
It was incredible.
I don't know.
But it all comes to a head, Kate. It all comes to a head, because he's there, there's blue soup, and then who shows up?
Fucking Hugh, Bridge. That's when Moaning Myrtle should have slammed the door in his face. Oh, bullets. Yeah, but she wait.
If you're the I'm sorry to cut you off. If you're the friends, right? It's like super juicy.
Well, like, they all were like
the new guy comes.
Like,
the new guy comes
smoking.
over, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, the new guy's over! Oh my god, Bridget's like cooking dinner," and like, "Oh my god!" And then the old guy comes, and then there's drama. Oh my god!
Wait, the fucking part where they actually start fighting, which I was so happy about, and the guy boyfriend runs to the restaurant and he just goes, fight! It's a fight, as if it's like the high school cafeteria.
A real fight.
It was amazing. I was like, I love that. I want to do that.
They were good characters.
Yeah, it was so funny. And rightfully so, Colin Firth kicks the shit out of Hugh Grant. And I was here for it.
Loved
also,
it.
we paused the fight to sing happy birthday to a little boy. So that's nice. And then they crash through a window bridge like Bella Swan in Twilight. It was fucking crazy.
Wait, can we go back to that kid's birthday? Because his cake was like, what, the Parthenon?
That was
what
the
was
biggest.
That cake?
I don't know. Was this my Big Fat Greek wedding or something? Because I don't know what was going on.
Dula made that
like,
cake.
Oh yes. Oh, it's got lamb in it.
Bunt cake.
Bunt cake.
Bunt. The snow coming down, the cobblestone. In my, very naive American mind, I'm like, Britain. We got snow. We got peacoats. We got men who are tall and don't have a lot of features and bad teeth and they're fighting.
British.
And, lots of stuff. British. Yeah. Very disheveled. Everything was even Bridget Jones, everything was very disheveled.
Well, and
this is the British way.
There was like rave lights. Why were there?
I don't know.
I thought it was a thunderstorm happening outside, and then we went outside, and I was like, "Seems okay."
Wait.
Not sure.
So then the fight breaks up, and at this point, Kate, Bridget still thinks that Colin cheated on Hugh's,
which I kind of wanted to be like, Bridget, water is wet, spinach is green. I mean, girl, like, I don't want to have to spell it out for you. Like, use your context clues, maybe, on what's the real deal. Come on. Jesus.
I feel like I remember Mary, our sister, going on this whole tangent about, like, but is water wet? Because... wet. They were like,
the definition of water is wet.
She was like going on and on, like, water is the noun. Is it wet? Like,
was that when she was like 7 and she's like, I learned something today and I will demonstrate my knowledge as Matilda.
Oh my god. And then she flipped a pancake and showed Dad how to send an email. But who tells her the real story is her mother.
Yes.
Finally, water is wet.
It's wet now. It's wet, I guess, even though it always was.
Soup is blue.
It is today. Soup is blue. Yeah, and Hugh does try to like get her back, and it's fucking lame. And she's like,
lame.
She's like, move along, you little jabroni.
That was when you were like, Bridget, I know you're supposed to be this like hot mess person, but I'm very happy that you weren't like that much of a loser, because movies would have done this. Movies would have been like, she got together, and then like 2 weeks later, he would say something stupid, and then she'd break up with him. I was like, thank God. This is like, have some respect.
Yeah, this is not an episode of Degrassi season 2. Manny Santo. Okay.
Wait. I do want to go back though. When they were fighting, this is why I thought the soundtrack was amazing. It literally started playing. It's a raining man. Hallelujah. I was like, this is awesome.
If I ever witness a fist fight between either my 2 potential love interests or my friend's 2 potential love interests, I will run to the nearest restaurant and yell fight. And then I will say, hey, Siri, play It's Raining Men. Let's go. Blast it. I think they're required for fights.
I love that.
I love it. It's awesome.
I love it.
But she goes to another family party and Colin's there.
God, many family parties.
And she's like, Colin, I like you just the way you are, Bruno Mars.
No, that was before. He said that before.
No, she says that to him, at this thingy. And then he's like, wow. And then his dad is like, anyway, Colin's going to New York because this is actually Sex in the City spinoff. And he's a lawyer. He's going to go work with Miranda Hobbs. And they might date for 1 episode.
And who was that woman's name? That woman was...
It was Natasha.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Wait, do you know that was Miss Honey?
Oh,
I know!
Miss Honey. Wait, so then who was Hugh Grant cheating on her with? I called her Natasha too. That was Natalie?
That was Natasha. Oh shit. Wait.
Wait.
Oh, you're right. Natasha. So Natasha was with Colin Firth. Okay. And then the other lady was not on this main page of people. So we'll never know, but they look pretty similar.
Let's just call them Natasha.
Whatever. Who fucking cares? Yeah.
So, yes. Wow, Miss Honey. So Miss Honey is, she was working hard with Colin for a long time, and I was like, honey.
Awkward.
Miss Honey. That's too much. But then they get engaged, Kate. It's dramatic.
I hated it. And then he actually goes to New York, which again, I was kind of like, thank you, movie, because I thought it was going to be like, no, I love the part where she just is like, no!
Yo.
And then everybody looks at her and she's like, we can't lose a lawyer. And I was like, good cover, good cover,
great
Bridge.
Lawyer. Yo, we have all had this moment in our lives, don't you
God.
think?
Where we yelled no in the middle of an important announcement.
I just feel like we've said something so stupid and then you've had to like kind of like go backwards and fix it. I think everyone's experienced that.
It's so funny.
But she then has her like sad moment again where she's like, wow, it's the end of the year and I'm back drinking. I'm all alone and this is it. This is my life. And I'm like, get over yourself. And then she does.
She does. And her friends are like, we're going to take you out to Paris just right now.
By
just
the way,
because.
what cool friends.
I know. I was kind of like, that's awesome. But guys, are we really going in that car? Uh-oh.
Friends, my friends in Chicago, if you're listening, I'll go to Paris for my birthday.
Yeah. Hello. Who's buying? Let's do it.
But the truth is, I'm pretty sure none of my friends listen to this podcast. So if you are listening, this is your moment. My birthday's in June. I'd like to go to Paris. Thank you very much.
Just show up with a little buggy car and get in there. And hopefully Colin Firth doesn't come and ruin everything.
I want to play It's a Raining Men on the way there and home. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night. But Colin Firth rolls up and he's like, yo, I'm back. And she's like, oh, God. And he's like, I'm here to stay. And she's like, what? And then they make out. They make out.
Very, very cool.
And then she's like, fuck Paris. Which I was like, what? Just bring him with you. Come on. But all right.
You're like, but Paris, croissants, cheese, wine.
Come on.
But then like a cool little like twist happens. I thought was fun.
I got a little annoyed because I was like, there's no fucking way, movie, that you're going to have a third act breakup. There's no way. How are you going to do it?
I am exhausted.
Okay, but I literally wrote, because he sees the diary and she wrote like rude things about him, which I was like, but you knew that. Like you knew all this.
Yeah.
She said to you, you're mean to me and like whatever. So why are you confused that she said you're mean? Anyway, so then she chases him in her undies in the snow because this movie was fixated on butts. Fine.
Yeah, and I would argue, if you're Colin, you could say, hey, Bridget, I'm gonna go out for 5 minutes and I'll be back. That's all he needed to say.
You know, Bridge, I don't buy the bullshit of, I was just buying you a diary. I was like, I think you were being emo and you wanted a lady to chase you.
Wow.
That's what I think. Think you're a little bitch.
That's right. Ladies never chase the guys.
This is bullshit. We should never have to in our undies in the snow. Come on.
I mean, until we make more money, we are never chasing men in the snow. With no pants on? Are you crazy?
I know. I was like, get this girl some pants. The pants, Bridge.
But she ran. I mean, she was running. It was some Forrest Gump shit.
Run. Good thing Forrest didn't run in his undies.
And there was lots of snow.
It was winter.
But then it was cute because he said he was just buying her a new diary. Because I think at this point the writers were like, oh no, we forgot about the diary.
You're like,
add in the plot.
The movie title, quick.
Oh no, we gotta change it to Bridget Jones. No, the diary is cute. The book.
Yeah. And so that ends. And then did you continue to watch what happens? Did you watch the credits?
I missed it.
Uh-oh. I'll have to describe it, which is the worst.
Is this like Napoleon Dynamite?
Oh, I wish. No, that was amazing. No. This is a really, in my opinion, poorly executed attempt at them trying to show a home movie because they kept referencing, when Bridget was a kid, she used to run around naked at your party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, guess what the home video was, Bridge?
Oh, a little girl naked?
Well, half naked, which is still terrible.
Ew, it's like Superman with a naked toddler.
Like full frontal. And listen,
Ew.
Babies, okay. But like this kid looked like she was 6 or 7 and I hated it. And it's on film and it's like, it's so unnecessary. I was like, we don't need that. We didn't need it at all. It's not cute.
This is Harvey's fault again.
Not fucking cute. And this is where I said, fuck you, Harvey Weinstein, because I know this is you.
Typical. He definitely did that. Wow, way to bum out the movie.
That kid's gonna sue for sexual exploitation.
I hope so.
Did you hear that the actors from Romeo and Juliet, the original movie, are suing for child pornography? Because they were like 15, 16, and they're naked in the movie. And it's on film forever. Romeo and Juliet.
I know, but like with like Leonardo DiCaprio?
No, the original, like from the 60s.
Whoa.
Yeah, which I'm like, good for you guys. Like, sue the shit. Superman baby, where are you? Sue
Where's
somebody.
Where's the Superman baby?
Sue somebody. Come on. This is fucked up. Like, I'm so glad that did not continue because it's illegal. That's gross. Child pornography. Please stop.
It's so gross and it's so unnecessary.
But besides that disgustingness.
Wow, we took that to a low. That got to a low.
Sorry, everyone. Besides that, I enjoyed the movie. Surprisingly. I'm a hard sell, y'all. And yeah, I thought it was fun.
I mean, I was surprised. I really thought I would look back on this movie and be like, let's rip it to shreds. And
it's not Love Actually.
Let's give it to Renée Zellweger for killing it because she was the perfect bumbling root for you. I don't know, every lady.
Yeah, and then she was like killing it in the early 2000s because then she did Chicago like the year following her.
Oh,
maybe 2003.
Wow,
I want to say 2002.
By the way, where has she been?
I don't know, but
what does she do?
I don't know.
Wow, like has she done things?
I don't know.
Wow.
What's that, Renee? So Bridge, what do you think? Watch or don't watch? Or did we already
watch it?
Wow!
Don't take it too serious. Have some fun and skip the credits.
Please. God, please. Yes. I agree. All right. Well, Bridge. Yeah. It's my turn to pick the next movie.
Oh.
Bridge. Oh. It's a new year. Katie's going to try something new. I'm doing a listener pick.
What is
this?
It's
was
a listener
an
pick.
Official listener pick.
Wow.
Good job. This person, who I will say.
Oh.
Bridge, this is from 1987.
Oh.
It's a cartoon. So you know what that means.
Oh, no.
It's actually part horror movie because it's from the 80s and it's for children.
Oh, no.
I watched this movie a lot, which makes me think you at some point watched this movie. I don't know a lot, but you've probably seen it. And surprisingly, our little sister watched this movie a lot because we owned it on VHS. And Bridge, guess who was the listener pick from?
Is it for Maui?
It was for Maui! And Maui said that this is one of her favorite movies, and she even recently told me that she showed her friends in grad school this movie because they'd never heard of it, because who would have heard of this movie but our family? What's happening?
Wow.
I do think people know about this movie. It's actually got a pretty high rating on IMDb, 7.3 out of 10. That's higher than Bridget Jones.
Wow.
All right, I'm going to read you the synopsis.
We're doing it.
A group of dated appliances embark on a journey to the city to find their master after being abandoned in a cabin in the woods. Hate the use of the word master, but we're going to get over it. Bridge, we're going to watch The Brave Little Toaster.
Wow.
And we're going to have a special guest, Mary, with us. Zoom just did not even let me hear your scream because it was so exciting.
Wow.
Mary's coming on.
Mary, are you ready?
Mary's gonna talk about the toaster. You've seen this, right?
Do you think Mary's gonna be like, so when I was a little kid, nobody paid attention to me and I had to start cooking for myself and I fell in love with appliances and this movie came out and it made me feel connected?
Probably.
Wow,
Did she have a best friend that was a toaster? Who knows?
Oh my god, maybe. Do you think she named the toaster Key?
I don't
this
know.
Poor Mary.
This toaster gets fucked up.
Holy cannoli!
Wow, I'm looking at the people in this movie and I recognize John Lovitz. He's the radio. And then Phil Hartman. He's the air conditioner, which is kind of scary. That's all I recognize.
Crew.
That's it. That's the only crew. And then other people, yeah. Here's what I'm going to say about this movie. I'm going to say it now. I'm going to put it in all y'all heads. I strongly feel that this movie should have been turned into a Broadway musical. Thank you. Good night. Thank you. Missed opportunity.
There's still time.
There is still time. Although I worry it would be like how when they put Anastasia on Broadway, like years after it came out, and it wasn't like as popular. But if they had done it at the time it was a movie, like it definitely would have blown up. But you know, who knows?
Okay.
So, yes.
Wow, Mary. Wow. By the way, didn't she request this movie like years ago?
Probably. Who knows? But
so
now
sorry,
we scheduled
Mary. Love
it.
you. We'll truly be the sisters who've seen it.
Oh, we will. That's true.
Wow. I can't wait, Kate.
Woo! Well, Bridge,
Kate.
I just want to say, if you decide to write a diary you write some, strong feelings about your husband, just because, we all have those days, and he reads it and he's like, this is a bunch of bullshit, I'm gonna go for a walk, and you're like, I gotta go chase my undies. Bridge, I am going to stop you right there and say, there is always time for pants. Get these on first, please, and get in the car. We'll just drive. Let's be smart. And then we'd go figure it out, and he'll probably buy you a new diary or some stupid. Who knows?
Wow.
I love you.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yep.
Kate.
Bridge.
I'm going to take this to a weird place. Are you ready?
I don't know. Okay.
So, at one point, you and I watched Little Miss Sunshine.
Yes.
And we made a comment that you were going to be the lawyer when
for the child beauty pageant?
All the child beauty pageants. And so now, I think in this movie, you're also going to represent the end of the credits child.
I'm so upset for her.
I think then you're going to get everybody a bunch of money. And now I've decided what your movie's going to be about.
Wow! About us fucking over gross men.
Yeah!
Yeah! Can I beat them up in a fist fight while you play It's Raining Men?
It's a raining men! Hallelujah! Aunt Tula comes out with the cake. It's a raining men! Oh my God.
I can see it now.
Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Sorry I took that to a weird place. God. But I love you, Kate.
Wow. Oh, and listeners, if you also love It's Raining Men and watching stupid dudes get beat up, and if you love Anvola from A Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Wow.
And Renée Zellweger, we love her too. You should write us a review.
Woo!
We love reviews. We love written reviews. You can review us on Apple Podcasts, along with some other podcasting apps. We also have a website, sisterswho'seenit.com.
Woo!
On our website, you can request a movie. So our next movie is a listener pick. And yeah, it's from our sister, but guess what? She followed the steps. She went on the website, filled out the form, clicked submit, it went on the list. It sat on the list for a little bit, but then we picked it, and here we are. So that could be you.
Here we are.
That could be you, listeners. It's winter time.
You gotta be your own brave little toaster and submit.
You do. You have to have a nightmare about a firefighting clown that tries to kill you. People don't forget, especially not me. Yep, Bridget's confused. You won't be when you watch. Anyway.
Oh, no.
Yes. And Bridge, what else can they do on the website?
They can buy us coffee, which is money. And then if they're like, I'm not sure, I wish I had something that represented Sisters Who've Seen It, you can buy merchandise.
Hey.
And all the time you can buy it. Do it.
It's raining merch. Hallelujah, it's raining merch.
Woo!
Yes. All right, so check all that out, listeners, and we hope to hear from you. All right, well, we'll see y'all next week for The Brave Little Toaster. It's not British, sorry.
It's not British. Bridget,
No.
come on.
Not British, but they sing a lot.
Wow.
It's a lot of songs.
Wow.
Just saying. Get
Can't
ready.
wait, Kate.
Bridget, I love you, bollocks.
Come the fuck on, Bridget. I love you, Kate. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Mary, I can't wait to do it with you. Bye, Mary. I love you. I love you. Bye-bye. I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in to Sisters Who've Seen It. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our website at sisterswho'seenit.com, where you can email us, request movies to be reviewed, and keep up to date with all things sisters. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next week.